I wanted to share a quick update on what I'm working on this week. And it's a progress. I made progress on my project that I've shared with you. I think I've shared this twice. So I made quite a bit of progress, and it's my Colorwork socks. And this is the Calf Club. This is the August socks from the Calf Club Volume 1. And that's an ebook by Summer Lee, and you can get this on Ravelry. It's available. And so I decided to make August because that is what I was really interested in to start with. Even though I'm gonna be making more socks from that Calf Club, there's a sock for every month. So there's 12 pairs of socks, or 12, I think there might be more than 12 charts that you can make out of that. So I like it, and this was my first attempt. And so initially, so all these socks that are included in the Calf Club are knitted calf down, which is what I started with. So this was my first attempt, and I did not like the way this one was looking, because I typically I make all my socks toe up, and that is the design, or that's the way that I prefer to make my socks, and I find that that is what works really for me. So I do toe up with a gusset. So this was my first attempt, which I didn't like. So from here, like the top part of it, it was okay, but the more I went down the hill and everything, I didn't like it. I didn't even like the way it looks back here. And so I decided I wasn't gonna finish this, because it was also not as easy to try it on as I went, because it was hard for this sock to come to go through my heel. So I was like, I'm done with this one. So I decided to do toe up, which I've been doing forever, and I've never had issues with it. And I've gotten to where I know that to make a sock that works for me, I need 68 stitches for the calf. So that is what I went back to. And so I cast on my toe up socks using my method that I always use. And then, because I was coming from bottom up, I had to flip the chart upside down. And so that is what I did. And so I've made a few mistakes on this one. I have no mistakes in this chart here, because I was just following it. But this one, I know I've made a few mistakes. And also because the stitch count is different from this one. Because her socks, I usually, the sock that fits me is 68 stitches, and there is no, her design doesn't include 68 stitches. And so I had to recalculate and figure out how I was gonna do this chart and still maintain my 68 stitches. And so that took a little bit of concentration, and also flipping the chart upside down, because if you're going calf down, then you're starting your chart from here. And so the chart is written from up here going this way. But now, since I'm coming toe up, I had to start the chart from here to go that way. And then the chart is written from, you're reading it from left to right, and then going back and forth, going back and forth. And then I was like thinking to myself, am I supposed to, when once I've flipped it over, am I supposed to still do left to right or right to left? And so I decided to do right to left, no, left to right. And I'm not sure if that's what I was supposed to do, but it looks almost the same, I believe. But I made a few mistakes in some of the charts. But if you know me, you know that I hate frogging, and I figured this is my socks. It's gonna be on the calf, so it doesn't matter. And I don't think anyone is gonna see it. But I've also learned a few things with this, so when I get to the second sock, I think I'll be okay. And I intend to make, this is my first attempt, and then I'm gonna make a few more because I really like this motif. And so That's the first one. And so the body here you make with US size 1, and then you change for the color work and you go up a size. And so the reason why I'm stuck here is because I finished the color work, but I do not have another set of US 1 knitting needles, because I finished, when I got to the color work section, I didn't have, so I was going to church over here, like it coincided with the time that I needed to go to church, and I knew that I didn't want to do this in the car, but also I don't have another grab and go project, so I decided to cast on the second sock. And so I'm using these needles over here, and I'm right here, I'm increasing for the heel. And so I think what I'll do is, once I get to the section where I need to start doing the color work, then I'll switch the needles, finish this one, and then work on this one. So that is what I have, and hopefully I'll be able to finish this week. I was able to finish this color work maybe in about 2 hours, but at least now I kind of have a hang of it, so I think that it will not take me as long. But I like the progress that I've made, and I will continue working on this so that I can use some new yarn that I bought to make another set of the same color work, because I really love this color work. I feel like it looks really pretty. So I'm planning on using different, I bought a specific color to try out for a second pair, and so I'm eager to finish this so that I can cast on that new pair. So I'll continue working on this, and hopefully I will have this finished this week.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along.